Hey everybody, Jesse with Soleil Custom Guitars here. We are going to be gluing up this 5A flame maple drop top that flipped over on its back, and I'm going to show you my method to very easily and accurately glue up top. So basically what we are going to do is create kind of an alignment and clamping system out of tape. So I just have a couple of maple cutoffs here from I believe a neck I've done a long time ago, and I am going to place one on either side and then lay the top onto it. All I'm going to do is start placing tape on one side. I'm not going to stick it all the way down. And then I'm going to stretch the piece of tape to the other side. And I'm not going to press this down. So we'll do the same for the other end so it doesn't get too squirrely on us. You want to press this tape down pretty firmly and then stretch it across to the other side. So before I finish taping this up, basically what I'm doing is I'm creating tension. So these two edges of the top are going to be kind of forced together. So once the tape is applied all the way across, I'll remove these two wedges underneath it, and then when I press each side down, it's going to snap together, and that is going to create our clamping pressure towards each face, and also keep everything aligned because we don't want it moving all over the place. So thought I'd just get that out there real quick before I get too far into it. And you want to use a decent amount. You don't want just 3 or 4 pieces. You want this to be pretty solid. Alright, so now I can remove our little wedges, and then I'm going to gently press down, and you can see it kind of hold itself together. So that's looking pretty good. So I'm going to flip it over. You want to hold it together because it might pop back out. And once again, check the book match. This is going to be the top side. And it looks like we are lined up. And just the tape itself is going to keep the backside pulled together. So at this point, we really don't even need sideways clamping pressure. I will add 2 clamps just to kind of hold it. But from this point on, I've just got this strip here with some painter's tape on it. And all I'm going to do after I put some glue inside the seam is put this across top, use a bunch of these deep clamps, put a little bit of pressure on it, and we're done. So it really is very simple. You don't need a bunch of special tools. You just need some clamps, some strips of flat wood, and a cheap melamine shelf from Home Depot that costs about 12 bucks, something like that. So we'll get into the next step and get this thing glued up. Okay, we're moving on to actually gluing it now. So I have just taken some wax paper and put it over melamine here, just so the glue doesn't stick, because that would not be fun. Now all I'm going to do is very carefully turn this into a teepee, and we're going to apply some glue. So I've made sure and I've cleaned these edges prior to all of this. You don't want any dust or anything else getting in your glue joint, because that would ruin your day. And I'm going to apply a bead to one side and then use that glue and wipe it on the other side. You don't need a lot of glue. Very, very little glue. And we're good. So gently lower this down. After I get it down, I'm just going to make sure and get it as flat as I can. Paper towel. And just wet it. Not super soaking wet. I just want to wipe this squeeze out off before I put the, this we'll call the clamp and caul on top. Like not too much. Okay. Put our caul in place. And at this point, I'm not going to put a whole ton of pressure on these clamps. I just want to kind of hold it down for a second. Just like this one. And then I'll take some of these smaller clamps and just put them on the end. Alright. And these are just for a little added reassurance. I don't really, don't really need these. Little bit of pressure, not much. I'm going to start on the inside here. Alright. I'm going to add just a little bit of pressure on the side. Again, the tape is pretty much doing all the work there. You'd be surprised. You do not need a ton of clamping force when you got that tape on there. So this is just a little bit of added reassurance that those two halves are getting squished together. And that's it. If you got any questions, leave them in the comment section below. I'd really love it if you would subscribe and share this video. It would really help me out a lot. Appreciate you guys. Hope you learned something. Again, if you got questions or comments or whatever, just leave them down below. And yeah, I appreciate it and hope you guys have a good day. We'll see you in the next video.